Let's hover on that for a second, man, because I tell you what, that is probably one of the hardest things that most founders and CEOs have to deal with.
First thing is to face reality,
Yeah.
which, we were this amazing growth story and everything was going great. And, to accept that the market has changed and the company has changed took a little while. But I love the saying, you can never win an argument with reality. So I always got to remind myself, what is the reality? That was a Jack Welch thing as well. Whenever people came to him with a problem, rather than their opinion and version, he'd always say, what's the reality? And I always think about that. So first step was to face the reality, realize the market has changed, and what are we going to do about it?
Yep.
Then there was a difficult cost-cutting exercise.
You had to get rid of people.
Yeah, which I delayed months longer than I should
Why?
have. Because I love their team. I loved a lot of our team, and there was some people that I didn't want to let down. And there was some people that I was like, oh, if we can just turn this around a bit quicker, we can keep them on board.
Yeah.
And that was terribly difficult. I can remember in the couple of weeks before I knew I was doing some layoffs, I could barely sleep. I could barely eat. I could barely sleep. It really hurt me. And again, I couldn't talk to anybody about that.
Let's hover on that for a second, man, because I tell you what, that is probably one of the hardest things that most founders and CEOs have to deal with. There is no one to talk to.
And people will assume the CEO doesn't give a damn. They
all think that.
Loads of money, doesn't care. I struggled to sleep. I struggled to eat. So during those tough times when I knew layoffs were coming and I couldn't sleep or eat, I have to remind myself, hold on, I got to protect everybody else.
It's funny, right? When you're talking about it now, I bet you the people at the time that you had to let go didn't realize that. And maybe they watched this and they go, shit, I never knew that. Wow, so sometimes I think it's about communication.